See, I haven't personally experienced this, but also who really has. So if you're gonna be giving your time and attention to this video, I'm gonna make sure it's worth it. Also listen, you all have to bear with me because for the next few videos, I'm gonna be shooting in my night clothes only because the only time I do get to shoot is in the night. Now that we look half decent, if you're in the current final year batch, good news, you've already paid enough attention to ENT and Ophthal throughout your third year, and then you got played by NMC. So that's a different story. But if you're in third year, it's not too late at all because now you have the entirety of third year to focus on all the clinical subjects. Let's be honest, how much time will community medicine and forensics really take? I've already made a detailed video on how to deal with 9 of the subjects that come in final year. Now you're just adding ENT and Ophthal to it. It's obviously going to be much more difficult for you guys. It's nothing you can't deal with. Let's start with those people who are currently in final year. See, you've done the entirety of ENT and Ophthal throughout third year. Keep it aside right now. Focus on learning all the clinical subjects of final year as the time goes by. Divide your year into 2 halves. The first half, you focus on getting into the grind set of final year where you know how to study and how much to study, and try to finish the entire portion of whatever they teach you in those first 6 months within those first 6 months itself, so that you can use the next 6 months to revise. So essentially what I did is, after my first sessionals were done, I now had to revise everything else that was covered in second and third year in terms of medicine, surgery, peds and OBG. So I gave myself 3 months to cover all of these topics along with dermat, psych, anesthesia. The only thing that required a little bit extra time was orthopedics, but that again, if you try to finish within the first 6 months of final year, it'll be great. By finish, I don't mean that you've completely ratified everything that's there and you can write a paper. By finish, I just mean that you've done your first proper, beautiful, nice reading. And if I ask you to explain something, you'll be able to explain it to me. So that's 6 plus 3, 9. And now you have 3 more months left. 1.5 months before your pre-final exam, start revising ENT and Ophthal. 15 days for ENT, 15 days for Ophthal. This is considering that you've consistently read them throughout third year, which I'm assuming all of you did because it got cancelled pretty much last minute. Within 15 days, try to finish as much of ENT and Ophthal as possible. Following that, you'll have 15 din before your pre-final exams for you to revise everything. It's not necessary for you to perform really well in your pre-finals. So as long as you revise enough to pass pre-finals, you're good. After that, I'm sure you're gonna have a month to revise for universities, and if you want a university revision video, we're gonna think about it at a later point. Time between pre-unis and unis is where you solidify the marks part of your exams. But up until pre-unis, try to plan your schedule so that you get a minimum of 2 revisions of everything you've done in final year, a minimum of 1 revision of ENT Ophthal, and a minimum of 1 revision of all these allied subjects like dermat, psych, etc, etc. When it comes to resources, I think I will fully stick to the resources that I've mentioned in my previous videos. I'm gonna go one little Hanuman Chalisa speed of all the resources I've used, so pay attention. Medicine, I used Davidson. For infectious diseases, I used Microbook. I used Archit Balur Clinical for CNS. I've used Marrow Notes for dermat and psych. I've concised most of the 10 markers into small notes that I can directly copy paste into the exam paper. Only video resources I've used for medicine are YouTube videos and also, of course, first aid. I love first aid. Surgery, I have only used Bailey and Love and Marrow Notes. Anesthesia and radiology, honestly, I just did previous year questions because you do not need anything beyond that. You can also refer to Marrow a little bit. OBG, I used Holland and Brew for OBS and Shaw's for Gynac with a lot of help from Marrow Notes. And finally, pediatrics, only and only OPGY because it's a beautiful book. A very important resource I had with all of this is a set of previous year questions that my senior had made. It might not work for each college, but for my college that really helped. Pre-ENT, I used Dhingra, and for Ophthal, I used Mittal. Great books, by the way. You can find the links for all my resources in the videos that I'm going to be attaching in the description. I just want to let you know again and again that your main aim in your final professional exams is to pass with good enough marks. So considering you have 11 subjects, don't be too hard on yourself when it comes to marks, okay? Because nothing is more important than understanding the subject. Now, if you're a third year student, listen, I know third year is chill and all, but actually if your ass is on fire, mate, you can't can't chill that much also. So you have an amazing opportunity to fully just keep community medicine and forensic for a class-based and last-minute revision and do a complete deep dive into clinics for 2 whole years. Imagine having 2 entire years to concise the most fun, the most easy to understand, the most easy to learn and mug up parts of MBBS, which is clinical subjects. You have 2 whole years for that. I'm coming from a place of privilege, but that honestly sounds great. That means you actually can dedicate time throughout third year and fourth year to completely dissect these 11 subjects so that you are extremely burden free right before your final exams. So what I would really suggest is read for ENT and Opthal as though your final exams are in third year itself. Read the medicine, surgery, OBG, peds topics that they teach you in second and third year and complete at least one revision for them so that everything becomes so much more easier for you in fourth year. When you space out your third year, obviously take a break, dude. You've done second year, take 2 months off. I'm sure 2 months of, why am I looking at my watch? Okay, I'm sure 2 months of your third year have already gone by and I'm sure you've had a lot of fun. But if you want to be this chill in fourth year also, really I'm telling you, just start studying. You will not need more than 2 hours every day. Just 2 proper concentrated hours every day. That's like 1/12 of your day, dude. You can do so many other things and still have a life if you give these 2 hours every single day. Revise and finish everything that I'd asked you to finish. So that when you do come to final year, the only things left for you to completely freshly, nicely learn are the things that they teach you in final year. And uske baad, you can do the same strat. 6 months of learning final year and 6 months of revising everything in second, third and fourth year. You're underestimating how much your brain can actually accommodate. So don't feel that all this knowledge is going to slip away. Only way you can consolidate it properly is by repetitive revision. And for you to give yourself repetitive revision, you need 1 dose of solid understanding and rereading the same resource again and again until those words are etched into your brain. Once those words are in your brain, they're not going anywhere. So stop underestimating what your brain can do and how much knowledge it can store. If that is your concern with there being 11 subjects. If you plan and execute it properly, it will work out and it's new for everyone. Everyone is in the same boat. Don't be scared. Reach out if you have any questions. For people who are concerned about step 1, if you want to give it at any point. Maybe not towards the second half of fourth year, but any point throughout third year or half of fourth year you can give it, because step 1 knowledge goes such a long way. You will not imagine the kind of things that studying for step 1 has taught me. It makes fourth year so much more easier. It makes clinics so much more easier. So yeah, knowledge is knowledge. Don't junjlofy yourself in terms of timelines. अरे ये पढ़ लिया तो ये पढ़ने का time नहीं मिलेगा. वो सब नहीं होता, ठीक है? सब पढ़ाई होती है. नीट, पीजी, एमएलई, ये सब इनके बारे में मत सोचो. अभी फोकस ऑन लर्निंग. Focus on learning. Go attend postings. Everything will be fine. I'm telling you. You might think, wow, what a chomu ass advice she's giving. But I'm telling you what worked for me. How it worked for me is excellent academics, gold medals in ENT and surgery, along with having a whole complete different life beyond MBBS. Something each one of you can do if you're just a little consistent. All are really making me shoot in my precious sleep time, and I need my 7 to 8 hours every day because it's my nini time. 7:47, which means it's time for me to take a nice nap. And you know the video about how to read Bailey and Love? Well, I'll make that into a small reel sort of thing so that it's easier for you guys. Oh god, I'm gonna burp. I did not burp. It's not coming. I want to do like a get ready with me while I talk about pressing issues in the medical society. Wow, I have ideas. But those ideas are going to take time for the execution because I'm insanely busy, and I will see you guys in the next video.